Hello everybody, welcome to a video on the Constructive Criticism YouTube channel. I'm Spencer, this is Matt. Today we will be playtesting some standards from the SCG Open this weekend. I will be playing the team... what are they called?
I don't know who was playing it. I know CVM was the one that won with it, but...
they're called Team Card Hoarder. There we go. And you'll be playing the Roanoke deck.
Yes.
With so green-white versus the vehicle deck.
Right.
How do you expect this to go?
I'm not sure. I tested that one a little bit, but not against a real deck, so it's hard to say. I didn't really like the way that deck played out, especially the red-white deck. I haven't tried this one yet at all, but it seems really sweet in theory. I like the fact that it gets to play the two best cards from the new set, which, in my opinion, are Smuggler's Copter and Verdurous Gearhulk.
Cool.
In the interest of fairness, I am actually using a Sky Skiff today as a proxy for Smuggler's Copter because we didn't have enough for both decks, so...
Not enough Smuggler's Copters.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's get right into this. As everyone knows, Matt got Starbucks last week, so hopefully I get some Starbucks this week.
I'm like pretty good at these poker rolls. I don't know if you want to keep doing it this way.
The fans like it, man.
4-2.
5-3.
Yeah. Okay, you got a straight draw. So do I, though. Yeah. I got my straight. Did I? Maybe I didn't. No, I guess we both have a straight now.
So I have two pair.
Yeah, we both have a straight, though, so it doesn't matter.
I don't have a two.
Oh, you don't have a two. I have a straight. Okay, cool. Well, there you go.
So fun. Wait, where's your three? No, you got this three.
Yeah.
Cool. I assume you'll be on the play.
You only gave me the 5 high straight, too. I had the 6 high straight.
Wait, wouldn't we both have the 6? Oh no, because
yeah,
I don't
we both have the
2.
6, but you don't have the 2, right?
I don't have the 2. Matt Kling, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I have also playtested with this deck already. And it's 10:30 a.m. on the Monday following the tournament.
I see.
So we've both already played the red-white deck. I will keep.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this also. Play 4-5 Village and say go.
Three-minute Spectre.
Sure.
Our hand is kind of awkward. We kept 4 spells, 3 lands. Our spells are not our best spells, but I don't think you are in a position to mulligan this hand in almost any matchup.
I'm gonna play a Servant of the Conduit and
Sure.
get 2 energy. Then it's your turn.
Sure. Go.
Well, still haven't drawn a land yet, but we're gonna go ahead and play Fairgrounds Warden, targeting the Celtic Spirit.
Sure.
It's got to be strictly better for it to be under the Fairgrounds Warden than in your graveyard, right? So, your turn. Sure.
Go. That's wrong.
Sure.
Hold on. We're gonna kill that. I have 1 energy left over.
I will attack for 1.
I will not block stinking blossoming blah blah.
Play Sylvan Advocate. Your turn.
I'll draw a card.
Sure.
Go.
Sure. Neither of us drawing Smugglers Coppers yet. Pretty much settle for a third land though. Go to combat.
Yeah.
Attack.
Sure.
Okay. 3. I did draw a Smuggler's Copter, so we'll go ahead and play that.
Okay.
So go. Would have liked to played, well, I guess even if he plays the Sovereign this turn, yeah, sure, Declaration's fine. Even if he played the Sovereign that turn, like, he couldn't crew it and attack, so it's probably fine that I didn't draw the third land for a Fairgrounds Warden. Anyway. Sure. And you get a Thopter from that.
Go ahead.
Alright. So we're going to crew the Smuggler's Copter. Go to combat. Attack. Trigger. Draw. And I am going to discard Fairgrounds Warden.
Sure. I'll take 3.
Sure. Play a land, and then play another Sylvan Advocate.
Yep.
It's your turn.
Four.
Sure.
Go.
Both had pretty interesting draws this game. I'm not sure if this is typically how these are supposed to play, because I drew a lot of multiples also. So we are going to again crew Smuggler's Copter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually going to attack you with both of these. Trigger here.
Block, block.
Draw. Discarding.
Oh, sorry, I'll wait for your trigger to result.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. I'll discard a Third Inspector.
Block, block.
Sure.
Sack.
Yep.
Pump.
Okay.
Pump.
I think I'm just going to use the Blossoming Defense now.
Sure.
And then I'll play another Copter.
Sure.
And play a tap line.
Yep.
And it's your turn.
Get a clip.
Yep.
Crack the clip.
Sure.
Declaration and stone.
Sure. I have 3 clues now.
Yeah.
You just played one of these, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, no blocks. So taking 5, 6, 7, 8.
I land.
Sure.
Go ahead. Is there a reason you didn't crew in response to Deck and Stone?
Just because I'm bad.
Oh, okay.
It's the only reason. Yeah. Fairgrounds Warden, targeting Pia.
Yeah.
And I am going to just pass the turn here. Yeah, that would have saved me, you know, probably quite a bit of life if I had crewed the Small Voice Copter.
Yeah. You can do it this time.
It's a pretty good draw. Psychic Clue.
Yeah.
Crew the Small Voice Copter.
Yep.
I will block one of the Selfless Spirits trigger.
Yeah.
Draw. Discard.
I will sack the Soulless Spirit.
Sure.
Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. I'm at 3.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that misplay could have easily cost me this game, actually. Draw. I'm gonna sacrifice a clue. Draw a card.
I didn't know. I would have said something earlier, but I just didn't know why you didn't do it.
Right, yeah, no, I understand. Play a Fortified Village, and I will play another Fairgrounds Warden.
Targeting?
I don't know, I don't think that it matters.
I think you're just dead on board.
Yeah, I just died to the Skyship Sovereign. Or the Sky Sovereign calls flagship. Yeah. Yeah, especially with the top card of my deck right there, just being Blossoming Defense. I almost definitely was potentially game-changing.
Yeah.
Because if I had crewed there, I would have gotten to loot.
Yeah.
And gotten myself 1 card deeper in my deck. In addition to saving myself at least 2 damage, more like 4 at least over the game, because you would have had to suicide something into the copter.
Right.
If you wanted to make that attack.
Right. Which I was likely going to do. Like.
Yeah, sure. I
definitely...
imagine you're still doing that, but then
Yeah.
you lose the guy, and then you can't attack with it next turn, and then my next copter
Right.
block is a lot better.
Yep. Yep. I had to turn on the Jets right then. That was the moment. Good luck.
Yeah, too. This hand is a pretty clear mulligan, I think. I mean, I only have 1 land, and it's an Aether Hub, so...
Yeah, mine is also a pretty clear mulligan.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well.
Oh, got there. Oh, got there so much.
Yeah, I mean, at least your hand had a chance of being great. Mine... I mean, I guess if I literally was about to draw, 5 lands off the top or whatever, it could have been playable. But yeah, I agree. I think your hand was a mulligan because I mean, if you draw like
If
one
I
land in the
draw
first 2 draw
anything
steps,
other
like,
than spells, like
and almost specifically artifacts, even,
yeah, like if I just draw any, like even like the 3/1 is like bad.
Well, at least that gets you a scry 2 though.
That's true.
But
That's true.
I guess basically everything other than the Toolcraft Exemplar is an artifact or creates an artifact.
Well, not the Lord or the...
Or sure, yeah, the Depala, right, yeah. But Depala would have pumped it as well, because it's a dwarf.
Oh, sure. Going to 6?
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm probably also going to 5.
I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, I mean, I just have another 1-lander with 2 4-drops and a 5-drop, so
Keep
that's...
that as well. Let's go to 6 again. I'm just gonna go to 5.
Oh, sure, yes. Yeah, I just meant that I'm mulliganing again.
Yeah. Our hand is 2 spells, 4 lands, just like our last one. But they're significantly better spells.
Right, yeah, definitely. And especially with the
So-
copter, like, you can really get places.
Yep.
Okay, this is a hand that I can work with. I will scry and keep that on top. And play land for the turn. So go.
Go.
I'm gonna play a Sky Skiff that's actually a Smuggler's Copter. Yeah.
I will also play a Smuggler's Copter.
Sure.
Yep.
Going to play. That's a very good question. I think I'm gonna play a Tireless Tracker and use it to crew the copter.
Yep.
And attack trigger. Draw. And I'm going to discard. Actually, going to discard Servant of the Conduit.
Sure.
Good job.
Discard 2.
Yep.
Draw discard.
Yep. Is there a reason why you would crew it with this instead of this one?
Yeah, because this one can lead back to
Can block the tracker, sure. Sure. Okay.
Go ahead.
So 17 all.
Yep.
So I am going to play a land, get a clue.
Yep.
And then I'm going to play a Fairgrounds Warden,
Yep.
targeting the Veteran Motorist.
Yep.
And I will use the Fairgrounds Warden to crew the Smuggler's Copter.
Yep.
And attack for 6, trigger. Draw. I'm going to discard a land.
Yep.
And it's your turn.
Well, I guess we're doing this first.
Sure.
Jump in.
Crew in the copter.
7. Draw discard.
Yep. Taking 7.
Go.
And you were at 11.
Yep. I dead?
Draw. Well, I think that probably does it. So I'm gonna crack my clue. Should counter on the tracker.
Sure.
Draw. This is 4, 7. Yes. So I'm going to create the Smuggler's Copter and attack, trigger, draw, discard Servant of the Conduit, cast Blossoming Defense here.
Yeah.
Cast Blossoming Defense.
Yep. Boom.
So that was an interesting game. Yeah, I don't think you attacking with or crewing with the Veteran Motorist would have made any difference, even though it did. I mean, I probably still would have Fairgrounds Warden the Veteran Motorist, regardless of whether it was tapped or not, right? Because you can't really block with the Toolcraft Exemplar.
Right.
You do get him 1 extra point of damage, but it probably. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously the way that it.
I was gonna kill you next turn.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
So.
I assumed as much.
Yeah, I had a Fleetwood
I mean,
Cruiser in my hand.
assuming that I like. I mean, if I don't have lethal there, I don't think I can attack out though.
Yep, that's true. But that also gives me time. But I can crew my copter and still make it big.
Sure, but I had double Blossoming Defense too, right? Well, I mean, so like even before the draw step, I had 1 Blossoming Defense, right?
Sure.
So like, if you crew your copter with the Veteran Motorist, even if you have a Depla in play or whatever, I get to trade them, right?
Sure.
Okay. Going to sideboard.
Sounds good. See you guys in a sec. So in this matchup, Fleetwood Cruiser and Zealous Spirit are both pretty bad against him. So we'll be bringing in interactive spells. Skywaller Shot is a pretty good sideboard card, specifically because you expect them to be bringing in things like this and this, which would kill something like a Stasis Snare, which is what I would usually tell people to play. But I think when I have so many artifacts, it can be expected that this would be a better card. Fragmentize, obviously, for reasons. We're bringing it in, expecting him to, keep in things like Smuggler's Copter and even possibly bring in Quarantine Field, which in our Pro Tour testing has been like one of the best sideboard cards there is.
Right, that makes a lot of sense to me. And honestly, if you were bringing in Stasis Snare, you could easily get blown out trying to Stasis Snare Verdurous Gearhulk, and then after I natural state it and get the Verdurous Gearhulk back and put a bunch of counters on. I can even do that at instant speed.
Yeah.
So
that's what I said.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying specifically with the card Verdurous Gearhulk, it's even worse than usual.
Yeah.
Boarding out the 2 Tireless Trackers because I feel like they're a little bit slow in this matchup. Gideon kind of falls into the same camp, especially because he's got things like Skyship Sovereign. I don't really want to go to the super late game with him. I think I need to put on enough pressure to make it to where he doesn't go over the top. I guess Verdurous Gearhulk certainly gives me outs to go to the late game, but yeah, I just prefer not to play that game, I think. Especially with things like Sylvan Advocate, I really like to apply the pressure early. Blossoming Defense, while pretty good in this matchup, is probably something you just have to cut when you're bringing in sideboard cards because you just can't cut enough creatures. You have to crew your copter still.
Yeah.
Again, I'm bringing in the natural states like he suspected, and the Quarantine Fields. These are mostly to deal with his vehicles. Quarantine Field also just doubles his creature removal. So.
Yeah, Quarantine Field has been like the craziest sideboard card so far.
Sure.
Makes you really want to play white decks in the format. So.
Interesting that both of the enchantment removals that we brought in can't actually kill the artifacts or enchantments that we actually want to kill, or the artifacts, I guess, specifically. Like,
yeah,
I was assuming
specifically not shatter or naturalize in this format.
Right. I mean, there's appetite, but that feels way too expensive, and like, especially when there's so many smugglers copies around, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the one that I would like to kill out of your deck would be the Sky Sovereign, and the one that you would like to kill out of my deck would be the Verdurous Gearhulk.
Right.
But we'll have to settle for killing each other's smugglers coppers. So.
Oh man, this hand is rough.
I think my hand is a keep.
This is kind of what I expected hands to look like with this deck. Running 10 planes, you're going to get a lot of double planes hands with red spells in your deck. I expect that they are keeps.
Sure.
Because, I mean, they ran 10 planes.
Right, yeah. I mean, I don't doubt that you can keep hands that don't have red sources specifically.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of rough. This hand is bad. I'm going to mulligan it.
Okay.
I don't know how this deck could possibly win off of 2 planes, but they specifically said that it's okay. They talked about it in his deck tech.
He said just drawing 2 planes and keeping is fine?
No, he just talked about his mana base and how he played this deck because of its mana base over some of the more aggressive mana bases, and I was like...
That's very interesting, because I found that I was struggling with mana base too in just the few games that I had played. Like, mostly, not necessarily with having color issues, but I had a lot of issues with tapped lands. Like, I feel like Needle Spires is a necessary evil, but never something you are really in the market for.
I'll keep. I'll bottom. Go ahead.
I will play a Canopy Vista and say go.
Salvo Spirit, go ahead.
Sure. I'm gonna play a Smuggler's Copter.
Yep.
Say go. That might actually be wrong. I have the option between that or Servant. You know what? Actually, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna play Servant of the Conduit. That actually just seems better. Like, I think if you have something to ramp into from 2 to 4, that's just got to be better, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that changes my play too. I am a firm believer in bolting birds.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Also, in our prototype testing, this has been like the best green card in the set.
Not Verdurous Gearhulk?
There are more Servant and Conduit decks than Verdurous Gearhulk decks.
Sure, that's fair.
But I think that's kind of a given.
Yeah, definitely slots into more archetypes.
Well, I'm gonna go against my better judgment and not bolt the bird.
Okay.
Just attack for 2.
Sure.
I feel like using a deck and stone on the bird is like...
Yeah, it's kind of like
asking for
kind of
it.
like using a path on the bird, right? I'm gonna play a Westvale Abbey and then play a Gideon.
Yep.
And I'm gonna make a knight and then say go. I had the option to play Westvale Abbey or Plains on that turn, and it's almost always better to hold one of your lands that either says Plains or Forest on it until you have to use it, because you might draw Fortified Village, and then you'll want to be able to reveal something. Yes, Gideon is dead.
See, now the deck and stone got to kill a Gideon. Much better. Go ahead.
Draw. And we actually did draw the Fortified Village, so feel vindicated there. Revealing the Plains. And I will play... Let's see here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I'm gonna play a Sylvan Advocate and a Smuggler's Copter.
Sure.
And I will pass the turn. Sure.
Go ahead. Sorry, my Twitter and Facebook are going crazy. So if the mic is picking that up, I apologize.
So I'm going to pay 6. Cast Quarantine Field. 2 counters on it. And then I will target Veteran Motorist and the Thopter token. And I will choose to crew the Skiff.
Yep.
Or the Smuggler's Copter, rather. And attack, draw.
Yep.
Discarding Natural State.
Yep.
Your turn.
I give her 4.
I'll take 4. Sure.
Go.
Draw. I will crew the Sky Skiff.
Yep.
Or the Smuggler's Copter, rather. And attack. Trigger.
Sure.
Draw. Discard.
Okay. Better?
You're just taking 3.
Yes.
And then I will play a Verdurous Gearhulk.
Sure.
Gonna figure out how I want to distribute counters really fast.
You're okay.
So I want to put at least 1 on the Skiff, or on the Smuggler's Copter, rather. Apologize for.
Why don't you just put the Smuggler's Copter in play?
Sure, that will make it easier. And let's see. I think the Tremble feels pretty relevant, so I can actually just put the other 3. Well, so let's go 2 here and 2 here.
Okay. My turn?
Yes. Another Motorist, sure.
Jump in the copter.
Sure.
If I attack like that, block here, I take 10, or I take 11, 13 there. We will attack like this. Trigger.
Yep. I have no blocks, so
Okay.
taking 4, 8.
Yep.
I'm at 5.
Go.
So I will draw a card for turn.
Sure.
And it's a land.
Okay.
Certainly don't want to get too aggressive here, but I also don't want to be too defensive. So if I attack with just these 2, this would be not enough for lethal. If I attack with this, so hold on. If I actually make a Westphal Abbey token,
You go to 4.
I got a 4. Crew the Copter with that. Attack you with all of these.
You would die.
Would I die?
Yeah.
So
it would just
you block here, or you block
It's
block
13.
here. Yeah,
It's
right.
13 damage. I would go to
So
1.
this is 6 plus 5, so 6, 11, 13. You're correct. Okay. So that's not a great option. I'm pretty close to being able to make a Westphal Abbey, which makes me want to play a little bit defensively. He's got a lot of flying, so there's not really a lot of reason to hold the Gearhulk back. And the Advocate has Vigilance. So we're going to play another Smuggler's Copter.
Okay.
And we are going to attack with both of these.
It's 4 plus 6. It's 10.
Right. So then you attack back. Block, block. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Your turn. Sure. In response to you crewing, I cast Natural State. The reason I wanted to do it in response to him crewing is because then if he wants to save it with a Selfless Spirit, he has to crew it again, taking out another attacker out of the equation.
Why would I have to crit again?
Because it's not a creature right now, right?
So?
So I'm saying if you wanted to sacrifice the Selfless Spirit to save the Smuggler's Copter, you would have to crew it again.
Why?
Because the natural state's going to resolve before the crew.
I would... Oh, I see what you're saying.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So if you block this and one other creature total, I die. I have no house. Boom.
Very close game. I feel like it came down to me drawing more sideboard cards than you. And Verdurous Gearhulk was just very powerful.
Yeah, which is probably expected in this matchup.
Right.
All right. That cling up to 1.
Taste that sweet, sweet Starbucks already.
Mm. Starbucks. Free advertising on constructed criticism.
Yeah, I wonder how many people listen to this and they're like, oh man, I need to get some Starbucks.
I'm pretty sure this is what this deck is made for.
Yeah, I'm gonna also keep my hand. I think this hand is pretty good.
Go ahead.
Sure. I'm gonna play a Fortified Village, revealing a Plains.
Sure.
So go.
Deck for 1.
Yep. 19.
Go.
That seems really bad.
To kill my clue.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it just because like my mana's gonna be tied up for several turns after this, but it's still got to be just worse, right? It's just can't be a real play. I'm gonna play Copter.
Yep.
Let's say go.
Three.
I'll take 3.
Go. So we.
Sure glad that I didn't do that now.
We didn't play the Copter because he had up green. We didn't want to get time walked.
Right.
And now we make him use his mana if he wants to do it.
Yeah, and I do actually kind of have to time walk myself in order to kill the Copter. But that being said, I am going to play another Smuggler's Copter and then Natural State. Do it now because your creatures are tapped out, so you can't crew it and sacrifice the spirit.
Yeah.
Your turn.
3.
I will take 3.
Yeah. I might have actually misplayed there. I might have been supposed to leave up this.
Yeah, not attack with that, so you could crew the Copter and
Yeah.
sacrifice the spirit.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But then if I don't have the Natural State, then like you're kind of just getting actually time walked.
Well, it's just 1 point. Go ahead.
I mean, it is just 1 point, which normally I don't think matters that much, but in this matchup, it does feel like it might come down to the, the nickels and dimes. I'll play a Fairgrounds Warden,
Sure.
targeting the Veteran Motorist.
Yep.
And I am going to pass the turn. Declaration Stone. In response, I will crew up a Smuggler's Copter.
Yep. Trigger.
Yes. It's unfortunate that we have to give him another scry that way, considering he's missing land drops, but at the same time, like, the Veteran Motors gets to attack through the Fairgrounds Warden, and we kind of need to stop the beating that's happening to us right now.
Go.
Draw. This is actually kind of unfortunate.
You have to use your clue.
No, well, I don't think that I'm supposed to do that right now. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to play Verdurous Gearhulk, but I wish that I had had a creature in play to crew one of the Copters so that I didn't have to distribute all 8 counters on one guy. Because then if you have a second Declaration Stone, like, my life's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, alternatively, I could crack the clue, try to find a creature,
That's what I would do.
but
No reason to put the 8 in play this turn, right?
if I draw a land or a Gideon or another Verdurous Gearhulk, then I'm taking 6 damage for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just better to play the Gearhulk this turn.
That could be true.
It's your turn. And you've already used 1 Declaration Stone, and Fragmentize can't kill it. Skywillow Shot still gets there, but... But even in the worst case scenario where this gets Skywillow Shotted, it's kind of effectively the same.
Go.
Draw.
Yep.
Again, not gonna have time to crack this clue. I'm gonna play a land,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna attack for 8.
Yep.
And then it is your turn.
Crack a clue.
Sure. Interestingly enough, I don't feel like I'm in a great spot considering I have an 8/8 trample in play. And our life totals are, supposedly even right now. But we're close to it.
You can make a...
I can make an Abbey token, yes. That's why I didn't crack the clue on my own turn. I really like West Valley Abbey along with Smuggler's Copter too. I think that tech is just genius. I remember noting in our testing how good Scrap Heap Scoundrel was along with Smuggler's Copter.
Text.
And this feels just even better than that. So take 1, get a Human Cleric.
Yep.
I will crew up a Smuggler's Copter
Sure.
and go to blocks. I will block the Pia trigger. Draw. Discard.
3, 4, 5,
6, 7.
Maybe I'm not supposed to attack with that. Make all the same attacks without it.
Everything but the Pia?
Yeah.
Sure. I will block the Selfless Spirit then instead.
Sure. I'll sack the Selfless Spirit.
Sure. So I'm taking 3,
Well,
4,
no,
5.
that's the same thing.
It's
Yeah.
it feels
I'm gonna,
the same.
I'm gonna sack the Selfless Spirit either way.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I take 3, 4, 5. Right. I think you're just dead on board almost. Declaration, sure. That makes a lot of sense now. I have a second clue.
Okay. Good.
Draw for turn. Okay. It's a pretty good draw.
I don't want to hear that.
Let's see, how do I want to play this? So 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna actually start off by cracking a clue.
Sure.
Draw.
Yep.
Play an Ether Hub. Getting 1 energy.
Boom.
And I'm gonna play a Gideon.
Yep.
And definitely gonna 0 the Gideon.
Okay.
Question is if I want to actually attack with any of these Smuggler's Copters.
I don't think so.
And it seems not likely. I think I'm supposed to pass the turn here because I have like pretty good chances of just killing you next turn, and I don't think that I'm dead.
Yeah, I think you're in a really, really good spot. I don't know about the killing me thing. That seems unlikely.
I get to attack with Gideon, both of the Copters, and a Knight. I mean, obviously, if you're holding stuff back, it's going to be harder to kill you, but then you're not attacking me, right? So that's also fine for me. Also, for what it's worth, I'm like really close to making an Ormondal next turn. I could actually make an Ormondal next turn.
Ormondal next turn.
Right, yeah.
If only a Adrenal Land. Go ahead.
Read the backside of Ormondal really fast. He does not have Trample. It's been a long time since I played with that guy.
Go ahead.
And Emrakul has Trample for some reason. Why does he get to be one of the cool kids? Draw. That being said, it's probably actually just better to have the threat of Gideon rather than, or threat of Ormondal rather than actually having an Ormondal.
I agree.
Let's see here. So. Gonna crack a clue first.
Okay.
Draw. I'll play a land. How important is it for me to hold the threat of Ormondal? Somewhat. I mean, your only answer is Declaration Stone, as far as I know. I mean, you could have Stasis Snare, I suppose. It feels less likely to me. Let's see if I have any good attacks here. Certainly, I mean, if I want to make an Ormondal, I can't attack with anything, is the real issue, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's better to play Servant, Emblem the Gideon, and play another Gideon, and then make a knight.
Okay.
And then
You certainly don't attack.
yeah, I don't think I can attack here. It's your turn.
The emblem is pretty good.
Sure.
Cool. Wait, hold on. Okay, never mind. It was 3.
Oh, you're thinking if he gets first strike? Yeah.
Yeah.
Draw. That's fascinating. Okay, so you have like a lot of blockers, right?
I have 6 blockers.
You have 6 blockers. And possibly harness lightning as well. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. Yeah, that's just not as good. I'm actually just going to go ahead and make another knight ally.
That's the turn again?
Pass the turn, yes.
Alright, I will crew my copter. And it's pay 2.
Sure.
Do they go on the bottom?
I believe so, in a random order? Yes. Otherwise, you could play the infinite mana no vehicles deck and just stack your deck. I guess you'd have to have a vehicle to crew it, but it's no, it's whenever it becomes tapped, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe that actually lost me the game more than won it.
The looking at the top 2.
Yeah.
I mean, that's yeah.
I needed the
Well,
land.
so yeah, if you didn't need a vehicle, then yeah, that's probably just worse, right?
Yeah. Let's go back.
Right. Yeah, it's like almost definitely worse because like you already know you don't need a vehicle.
Yeah. I don't know that the other thing actually helps me, but it's what I needed.
Flagship. Sure. Targeting.
Well, probably just the Servant of the Conduit.
I'm gonna respond.
Well, actually, can I even... So, yeah, Servant of the Conduit.
I'm gonna respond.
Yeah.
Sack, and sack.
Sure.
I'm gonna crew the copters first, though.
That's fine.
Yeah, crew the copters first, and then sack all these.
Yep.
For Normandal.
Yep. Go ahead.
Tap. Draw. Let's see. Plus the Gideon.
Yep.
Play Sylvan Advocate.
Mm-hmm.
Crew up a Smuggler's Copter.
Mm-hmm.
And attack with everything.
Jump in the flagship.
Okay. Oh, sorry, trigger this.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. Well, no, I'm actually not even gonna. It doesn't matter. I have the cards in my hand that I want, so I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna trigger that. Sure. Is the flagship still being crewed?
No. I'm thinking. Those are my blocks I will trigger.
Okay, so here you are taking
5.
6.
6.
Hold on, I'm thinking. You have. So you crew this on the Sky Sovereign. That's 8, 9. 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. 13 plus 4. 17.
Oh, hold on, I wonder if
17, 21 that you can do
Oh,
on
that doesn't
the
work.
way back. It's awkward. I probably actually can't make that attack then, because like you can still be only 21 on the way back. Feels crazy bad. Okay, hold on. back the whole operation up. I'm just going to attack with the Smuggler's Copter, and I'm gonna make a knight.
that doesn't help you.
Why?
Because I have a Pre-Alar in play and can make that so I can't block.
Sure. So I have to attack with. So either way, I have to make a knight. Okay, so making a knight. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Okay, so if you make a knight. I guess I just have to attack with the Orbital. That's where we're at.
Yep.
Okay. Did you discard a Declaration Stone when your Copter triggered?
No.
Oh, I see. This is a lesson to everybody. Do the math before you attack. I'm like, yeah, this looks like it's fine. But you know what? It wasn't fine. It was not
Yeah,
fine
I thought
at
you were
all.
dead.
It was not fine at all.
Man, I really liked it when you were dead. It was way better.
Yeah, it seems a lot better for you. Seems a lot better for you.
So you will go to...
I'm gonna gain 10 from this.
I would go to 2, which I can't do because you have blossoming defenses. So I will block.
Okay. Your turn.
Sandy Danny guy is going to jump here in this here thingy.
Sure.
This here thing is going to attack. This here thing is going to deal 3 damage. It's going to attack Gideon. It's going to deal 3 damage to this knight.
This knight will crew a Smuggler's Copter,
That's fine.
and it's attacking at Gideon.
Yep.
Okay. So this knight is dead. This Copter is animated. So yours is currently a.
Oh, I might as well crew
You should
it
crew it with the
this.
better motorist. Yes. Yeah. So it's an 8-7.
Yeah.
So mine's a 4-4. Is that worth anything to me? Not even be worth anything to me. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna let that happen.
Okay.
Gideon's dead.
Deal. Go ahead.
Play 3 of Inspector.
Yep.
Get a clue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna immediately sacrifice the clue.
Yeah, that's fine.
So draw a card.
Oh, you don't gain any life last turn. Oh, no, you're fine.
You were tapped
I
out.
was
You
tapped
couldn't
out.
do it, yeah.
It's tapped out. Yep. That's why I didn't do it.
Wait. Korean Smuggler's Copter.
Sure.
Tax. Trigger. Discard.
I'm going to crew my Smuggler's Copter.
Sure.
I'm going to block your
Hormondal.
Ormondal.
Right.
On blocks,
Mm-hmm.
draw discard.
Okay.
I will sacrifice my copter.
Yep. Is 2 mana active? I thought it was only 1. It's only 1.
Oh, sick life.
Yeah, PS pretty good.
I'm also going to pay all of this as well, by the way.
Okay, sure.
For miss. Sec.
Yep. So you were taking 4.
Yep.
Okay. Acceptable. You sure?
You're at 17. So if I jump in this, attack you with all the things, you can block this and take 3, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You could also attack with the Needle Spires, and then I would take 14, but...
I will crew that.
Yeah,
I will pay 3.
sure. Yeah, because you need to find a flyer. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Go.
Okay, sure. So you can just still crew the Sky Sovereign. You're at 8. So if I just crew the 2 coppers, I can't think of a way that you could beat that. I guess we'll see. Crew copter.
Yeah, right. I messed up. But
I had 2 Blossoming Defenses in my hand, so
there you go.
that's why I made the Ormondal. I was like, well, I'm gonna be able to save it, so
Yeah.
it's probably fine.
Yep. All right, Starbucks for Matt. Let's play Live Game 5. 5. The wonderful game 5. It's full of wonder because it's game 5.
This matchup actually has a lot more going on than I expected it would.
Yeah.
It seems like a matchup you could really have an edge in if, like, you were a master of your deck. Just knowing how to play your deck would be
That could easily be true.
really advantageous.
This hand is awkward, and I will keep it.
All right. Well, we're also on a pretty awkward one, but you have Smuggler's Copter, so I'm gonna keep it. Sure.
Go ahead. Getting a clue.
Yep.
Investigating, brah.
The curve of our hand was pretty high a second ago, and our last draw step did not help. So this might be a short game 5, unfortunately. I don't think it was a mulligan, but it's pretty close, probably.
Attack you. Well, we're gonna actually play this line. We're still gonna attack you.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Copter.
Yep.
Go. I think that's pretty close on the decision to play the Copter or the Advocate there, because if he has Fragmentize, like, if I draw a land, I would like to be able to play Advocate and hold up the protection for it. Or rather, play Copter and hold up the protection for it.
So we're gonna back up. We're gonna jump in that copter and attack.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This could be wrong.
And I will declare no blocks.
Okay. Go. Yep.
Crew.
Yep. Before attacks, I'll harness lightning it.
Sure. It's your turn. This game is definitely going to be in the awkward range here pretty quickly. Sure.
Crew, copter.
Yep.
4. Trigger.
For 5, right?
Why would it be 5?
She gets vehicles plus 1. So 4.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 5. Yep. Oh, my hand's so good. What could I possibly discard? It's gotta be this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Smuggler's Copter.
Sure.
Go. Sure.
We're gonna jump in this here copter.
Yep.
We're gonna attack the copter.
Crew.
Sure.
Anything before blocks?
Well, I'm gonna blue.
Sure, yeah.
Would you like to block?
I mean, yeah, if you'll let me. That's
It's a
something I'm
4/4.
into. Yeah, I understand, but I'm just saying you could make it unblockable because, like, I'm like
No, that's
basically
fine.
dead here. But yeah, I'm gonna block because I need to draw cards. So I'm
Yep.
2 lands or whatever. Trigger. And I'll discard a Verdurous Gearhulk.
Sure. Go ahead.
Draw. Bigger issue for me. It's not even an option available to me. Fairgrounds Warden.
Target.
That's a good question, isn't it? It's gotta be Pia.
Sure. Truck.
Yep. Yeah.
Jump in the copter.
Yep.
Sure.
Sure. It's 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 9. Block.
Sure. Take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Sure.
Cool.
I lose.
Well, interesting decks.
Yeah. I would say that the way that this deck is built, I think it is favored in this matchup.
I also think that.
I mean, so like the 2 games that you won, I basically didn't hit my 3rd land, right?
Yep. I would assume that you are very favored in this matchup.
Right.
And I don't think that's surprising.
Not the least of which is due to Westphal Abbey. I mean, that card's great. It crews your Smuggler's Copters. It, and eventually makes an Ormondal. Plus the Blossoming Defenses are great with that.
Yep.
And Verdurous Gearhulk is just really hard to beat.
Yeah, I would say that this deck has some draws that are very good, but it also has some cards that are
Clunky.
Yeah, a little clunky. But overall, happy with the video. If you're interested in playing either of these decks, let us know. We could definitely give you comments on them. I think that there is a lot going on in this format, and it's really hard, actually.
Yeah.
And so expect to see some interesting things happening at the Pro Tour. Don't be a week 1 overreaction kind of guy, and expect to see some really sweet stuff.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't expect red-white vehicles to be, 6 out of the top 8 or anything crazy like that.
Yeah, I think that there will be aggro decks at the Pro Tour, and I think that that's good. I think it's something that we're missing from last Standard, and I'm very excited to see more aggro decks, and also to see the stuff that people can do with some of the sweeter cards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even like Voracious Gearhulk, like Matt said. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Please check out our sponsors at Oasis Games and at 5colorcombo.com. Please hit the subscribe button. It means the world to us, all the support that we get. And, let us know. Well, actually, yeah, let us know what you thought of this. And next week, we'll probably do a modern video before the Pro Tour or a legacy video. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, guys.